Welcome to Coffee Talk. I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA, and this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. Stay tuned. Peace, 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 peace. And welcome to the show, Coffee Talk Podcast. This is the Coffee Talk Podcast variety show. And I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA. And this is our Cultural Variety Podcast show. How y'all doing today? It's a beautiful day in here in the Twin Cities. And we're getting closer and closer to springtime, man, where we can ride our bikes around the lake and get exercise. Some people are exercising right now. And then, some need to be more motivated because they love to ride bikes and so forth. But it's beautiful out today. That's really what I'm trying to say. How y'all doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know your day is just getting started. It's early, and I wanted to just chime in right away. I didn't want to wait. Well, here's my thoughts. I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to talk about the episode that we getting ready to go into. Why? Because everybody's going to talk about it. And I never like to go with trends. I never like to follow the sheep. Not everybody being sheep, and I don't want to say that in a negative way, but it's sometimes the whole buffoonery is clownery to me. Is that a new word we can make up? Clownery to me. The buffoonery. Yeah, we're going to talk about Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, and Chris Rock. I'm bothered by it personally. Well, let's go ahead. Listen. If this is your first time to the Coffee Talk Podcast show, I didn't want to do this show. However, let's go ahead and make something of it, being that everybody's going to talk about it. But we're going to give you 2 episodes today. Because Mondays, typically, if you are a supporter of our show, if you have seen our shows in the past, Mondays are usually our cultural study days, where we like to give our props to authors, scientists, our people. You know what I'm saying? We like to read books, chapters, stories, whatever, So this is our Monday cultural studies. So that's going to come to you a little bit later this afternoon. But so we're going to give you 2 episodes is basically what I'm saying here. And if this is your first time tuning into the show, right? We never start a show without giving it its flavor. So listen, the way I'm feeling right now, I'm happy that we are here. I'm happy that we have a nice sunny day today, but I'm not feeling right about last night. So we're going to definitely talk about it. Look, today's flavor is stale coffee. Yeah. If you are a supporter and you are a viewer of our show, you already know all our terminology, because we usually start our show with some flavor. But today, I don't feel good about it. So again, today's flavor is stale coffee, no cream. Stale coffee, no cream. And the wise words today is when is the buffoonery going to stop? When that clown shit going to stop? That's today's wise words. So again, welcome to the show, Coffee Talk. I am your host, MISHUMA SABA. And today we're talking about the Academy Awards, the 94th Academy Awards, which was last night, which was boring. You could tell the ratings was low. It was boring. This shit's boring, man. It really is. But there were some things that happened last night. I'm sure all of y'all have heard. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock on stage. I'm still not 100% thinking that it was real. You know, it could have been some type of optic photo shoot type thing through the viewership, but you know, who knows and who cares, right? Let's just stick with the story. So it's the 94th Academy Awards. Will is running for Best Lead Actor for the movie King Richard. And your host is Chris Rock. Chris Rock is telling some jokes. And then he starts to talk about Jada Pinkett, who has, you know, suffered hair loss, you know. There was a movie called G.I. Jane that starred Demi Moore. It was back in like the early 90s, maybe late 80s, early 90s, you know. Okay, so-and-so type film. You might want to check it out. But Chris Rock led into a joke about Jada being bald-headed. He said, I see you, Jada, you know, you're going to be, basically, these ain't his words. This is sums up what he said. I see you going to be on G.I. Jane 2. You know. I saw a tiny piece of her reaction. She didn't really like it. But here's my thoughts. That's what we're here for. When has comedy become offensive? When has comedy become offensive? Joan Rivers, Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Paul Mooney, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy. When did comedy become offensive? So we're just going to let the cancer culture cancel everything. Everything. We're just going to let the influencers show us only in our ignorant stages, fighting one another. Reality TV showing us looking like savages. When is the buffoonery gonna stop? So Chris Rock says the joke to Jada Pinkett. Now, let me say this, because I ain't got time to play with you. What is the new word the kids say today? I ain't got time to hold you. Will Smith, I salute you for sticking up for your wife. But we're going to get on your ass today, baby. One, because you come from a comedy background. We're going to get on your ass today, bruh. And no, I ain't going to say no homo. You know what it is. I salute you as a man for standing up for your wife. So anybody tuning in right now, understand that. We're going to get at you, Will, for this one. West Philly, Big Willie. When did comedy become offensive? You part of the cancer culture now? Would you want to cancel your own brother, Chris Rock? Because now Chris Rock could possibly be, if it wasn't staged, he could be possibly looking at, especially with this feminist movement and all these different movements in Hollywood and all these sensitivity movements. It could be looking at you trying to cancel Chris Rock. But hold on, Will. You physically harming that man also look like it might be canceling you. See, they got y'all both they got two crabs in a bucket right now. Just shaking it. watching the two crabs fight one another. Or you say, how do you know, Saba? How do you know, Saba? Well, let me ask a question, because we are all in this entertainment podcast game. Is Chris Rock reading off a teleprompter? So who wrote that joke? So I go back again to, when did comedy become offensive? Not the fact that you stuck up for your wife, where you should have. But should you have walked up there and smacked a friend of yours, a colleague of yours if he's not a friend, an associate of yours if he's not a colleague, another black man for the Academy Awards? Huh, King Richard? Huh, Big Willie? We're going to talk about it. So I started to write down thoughts just this morning. And I said, no, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't like to talk about nothing like that. I ain't going to do that. Close friend says she wanted to hear my thoughts on it. So I said, look, we're going to go ahead and have 2 episodes today. We're going to do this one early because it's on my mind, and I don't feel happy about it. The coffee is stale with no cream. We looking like buffoons. We looking like foes. We looking like savages. Big Will, even though you stuck up for your girl, your wife, the whole shit looked like 6 degrees of separation to me. I'm just being real with you. And if y'all don't know what 6 degrees of separation is, it's a movie that Will Smith played in before. I'm just being real with you. Saba just being real with you, man. It looked like some clown shit. First, it looked like some stage shit, but then overall, it looked like some clown shit. The fact you did it for your wife lasted 10 seconds. Are you part of the cancer culture? Or are you ignorant enough not to know what they're doing with 2 crabs in a barrel, in a bucket, shaking it, rattling it up, watching you 2 fools perform? And I take that back, because Chris Rock, you're not a fool, brother. I actually am going to applaud you. Why? Because you stayed on your bag. You stayed on your brand. Ain't that what the young people say? You could have reacted whatever way you wanted. But then if you would have did that, it really, really would have doubled up on what happened. They'd have said, oh, he's talking about women. Oh, and he's fighting Will Smith, and Will Smith had a right to defend his wife. So I applaud you, Chris Rock. Because right now, you probably gonna be feeling like the dude with the Duno hat. The Duno hat, the D-U-N-O hat in class, sitting in the corner. The little paper hat. The cone head hat. But don't let that get to you, bro. That's what we saying from Coffee Talk, is that we support you, Chris Rock. Man, you didn't do nothing wrong, brother. When did comedy become offensive? Please get on here. Please leave a comment. Please let us know. We'd like to hear from you. People, the Academy Awards got people looking like clowns. Come on, man. Let me continue to talk about my thoughts on this. So Will Smith slaps Chris Rock. Like I said, the first thing that came to my mind was 6 degrees of separation. The second thing that came into my mind was Benny Medina. The third thing that came to my mind was August Alsina. I like you, Will. I like your shows. But that was clown shit last night. And so Big Brother got to let you know what it really is. Because some people are applauding you right now, and that ain't nothing but gas. That ain't nothing but the smoke and mirrors. You look like a fool. You look like a fool. See, money don't change you. You are who you are. So when brothers start to make money their God, you already knew that's what they would do. They would sell out for it. They'd chase it. Brothers would chase anything. It's almost pig-like. Like Elijah Muhammad says, a pig will eat anything, even when he's full. He wants more, 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 and more. You look like a clown right now, Will. Big Willie. Going back to Miami. Will Smith, West Philly. Where was that energy with Al Alcina, bruh? He's pounding pound cake. He's pounding pound cake. He's throwing paint all over the wall. Where was that energy, son? But you wait to get to the 94th Academy of Awards to hit your brother that's reading something off a teleprompter. Talk to me. Talk to me. Was he freestyling or was it off the teleprompter? If it was off the teleprompter, then who wrote the joke? Before I continue, I just want to look. I want to show you just a few books, man, to get your mind right. And I'm going to slowly let them go across the screen. Number one, because she talks about it. Number two, they talk about it. Number three, they talk about it. Number four, we talk about it. And number five, we talk about it. Will, you got my coffee stale today, bruh, with no cream. It's clown behavior, bruh. You look like two clowns. You look like two clowns. The shit lasted 10 seconds. The rah-rah, the pom-poms. Oh, Will's stuck up for a chick that's been clowning his ass all year. Will Smith, you got more crying memes than Michael Jordan's crying memes. Y'all stop showing the Michael Jordan crying memes now. That shit's gone. It's over. Will Smith is the new meme. Crying ass. I said to myself as I was writing my thoughts, I said, why do you think Dave Chappelle exposed the bullshit? Huh, Big Willie? Huh? Why do you think Dave Chappelle exposed the bullshit in his stand-up comedy and then the cancer culture wanted to cancel him? But now I go back and say it again. When did comedy become offensive? You only get 10 seconds to defend your wife, man. You could have handled it like a man. Ain't you dressed up in a $1 billion tuxedo? And I know some ignorant cats will say, man, it don't matter. Somebody do that to my wife. Brother, you doing shit to your woman. You disrespecting your woman. You disrespecting yourself. When you got the kid playing with the entanglement game, throwing paint all over the wall. You disrespecting yourself. West Philly. And I'm not mad at you, but I'm just being a big brother talking to little brother right now. You got the dough, but you ain't got the mind state. You acting in the Academy Awards. And you won, by the way. Hats off to that young man for the movie King Richard. Playing as the father of Serena Williams and her sister. My bad on missing on the name, Venus. So I wrote my thoughts today. I said, number 3, why we as a people always get excited to see black people fight one another. It's so much in our face, the buffoonery, the clownery, the bullshit. You can touch it. You can touch the fake shit. You can touch the look at me, the mockery. It's right in your face. But you don't care. You love it. You support it. I got to watch my first 48 hours. I got to get on Facebook and show my people beating each other's brains in. I love it. That's how y'all act. That's savage, man. For those that do it. Why we always get excited? 5 o'clock this morning, they showing it, and they showing, oh, Will defended his wife. Oh, and then first thing Facebook go, Chris Rock got what was coming to him. Chris Rock got what was coming to him. Really? Really? It looked like a silly ass clown and one that was a half clown. Chris Rock was the half clown because he was playing that role anyway. They paid him to play that role. But he didn't play the full clown. You know why? Because he didn't react. Now, I don't know who would win in a one-on-one fight, an MMA fight, a boxing fight, a karate Shaolin fight. I don't know who would win between the two. But even a scared man throws a punch back. And that's why I commend Chris Rock for not breaking your brand, bro. Because it would have been worse on TMZ. It would have been worse in social media today. Will Smith, you look like you're about to cancel yourself. You look like you're trying hard, bro. Even though you won the Academy Award. Fuck all that. Amongst your people, you're not looking too well, man. You're not. Did you do the slap to bring a little bit of let me feel better, let me up my image? Because when they showed it in slow-mo, people, when they showed it in slow-mo and and Will start to walk away, he had to smile like So the smile so to me, I asked a question about that smile. Did you feel good about it? Otherwise, was you really going up there to regulate for your wife? Because after you regulate for your wife in a certain in a situation like that, I don't think a brother would walk away smiling. I would have walked away after I did it, but there ain't no smiles gonna be on my face. No, but you wait to get off camera and go, keep my wife's name out your mouth. You didn't say that to Alcina, bruh. That's clown shit to me, man. And yes, I'm cussing on Coffee Talk because y'all know how we get down. They don't care about neither one of y'all, man. You or Chris Rock. I'm sitting here wondering what is really going on. Are you trying to cancel Chris Rock? Are you trying to cancel yourself? Why are you being a buffoon, a buffoonery, clownery dude in that situation? 2 crabs in a barrel, a bucket. Give me your thoughts, people. Chime on in. leave a comment, hit the like button. If you're viewing this on my YouTube, hit the subscribe button. This is Coffee Talk Podcast. We want to know, what's your thoughts last night? I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm tired of Jada, man. I've been tired of Jada. What are you famous for? The I'm cool with Tupac story's over with. Okay. The other story is, oh, I used to be jealous of Tupac, Will Smith. Third is the bullshit entanglement that y'all should have left with y'all if it was about love. That shit didn't have to be on TV. So you say, oh, Alcina brought it out first. Control your hoe. Ain't that what your husband said? I've been through with Jada. I'm through with Will too. I'm still going to support you, Will. But this is Big Brother, man. Just slapping you in the back of your head a couple times. That was some punk sucker shit, man. When did comedy become offensive? What are you showing the kids? That it's all right to just react and go smack somebody? Big Willie? Mr. Miami? Jada, you find something to do. The red table was cool. Now that shit flamed out because people are tired of your shenanigans. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, Queen. Let me know. Leave a comment on the 94 Academy Awards. Will Smith smacking Chris Rock over a joke about G.I. Jane 2 that Chris Rock was saying based off of the fact that Jada's losing her hair. We're not making fun of her losing her hair. We're not making fun of nothing but the situation at hand. I'm tired of our people acting like fools. Falling like, being used like guinea pigs. And then the rest of them be the 85ers watching, be so lost. They be so lost. When are we going to stop fighting one another? When are we going to stop allowing it to be $1 billion business without taking some of the pie back? Talk to me. Leave a comment. Hit the like button. Go to YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to Coffee Talk Podcast. This is your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA. And this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. There's a universal peace sign. I'm out of here. Peace.